Hi there. Do you guys like me with the cap or without the cap? Let me see. This is how it looks like without the cap. With the cap. So let's lose it for today. Anyways, yeah. So I asked Meta AI how much does Ishowspeed make per million views on YouTube, and it gave me an interesting outline. It said it varies depending on the type of content and the niche, and it actually explained here and said for regular long form videos she could earn between 2,500 US dollars to $5,000. That's per million views. However, for high paying niches like finance or tech, this figure can go up to 15,000 US dollars to 40,000 US dollars per million views. So on the other hand, it says the lower paying categories like the gaming or memes may also bring in up to $1,000 to $4,000 per million views. So gaming isn't really that lucrative, but it pays. So for niche content specifically, that's when he earns some good money. And then down there it says, specifically now for IRLs, it says it estimated that Ishowspeed earns around 993,000 US dollars in total. That's less of 7,000 US dollars to close to a million. That's for 993,000 US dollars to 3 million US dollars monthly from YouTube Adsense, with an average of 7.16 billion views. Breaking it down, so Ishowspeed likely earns around 18,480 US dollars to 55,441. That's per million views on his IRL stream. So do a total of the IRL streams on his African tour, the ones that he's clocked a million views, and either give it the number between 18,480 per million views to 55,441. So calculate. For my country, he clocked 10 million views. I think it's 10.5 in total. So 10.5 times 55,441. Let's imagine. Yeah, that's what he's gonna, get paid for that. Meaning that Ishowspeed actually makes a lot of bag, bro. This dude is wealthy, is rich. He has a lot of money. But you know what? Sometimes you might think that all that money goes straight up into his bank account. There's a lot of things that Ishowspeed maybe has to cater for, including his team management. There's money that management automatically deducts because Ishowspeed is a personality. He's actually playing a character, right? And with management, there's a whole protocol, team and logistics and dynamics that go into that. The cost of paying for his, let's say, trips, the cost of the places he goes to, sometimes travel. Now that he's been to Africa, I'm sure they've spent over 5 million US dollars just for traversing and navigating these different countries. And then now the whole entire team, there's the production has to be paid. There's manager, there's a lot of people in between that he has to pay. There's also the taxes, the IRS is on his back, and the fact that he's a black man, this dude has a lot of bills to take care of. So you could imagine maybe if he makes 55,000 or he makes 993,000 overall at the end of maybe the stream, the only money that goes to his account is maybe 10,000 to 15,000 US dollars. And that's the money that he uses to maybe take care of his savings and buy a mortgage or a house. But because he's a niche streamer, he basically has more, let's say, access, because even the people he does stands with, being recognized by the elites of the elites, he has access to almost everything, exclusive and elite that you admire out there. Ishowspeed is in that lexicon of people. So he's an elite streamer, and that costs you already. It costs you money. So interesting that Ishowspeed could be one of the most paid, apart from Mr. Beast and the rest. But he's not the wealthiest and the richest paid. Also considering that he's black, there's a lot of things that have to come into consideration. So he might not be that wealthy, but he has a certain level of money. Ishowspeed has some good long money. Money long. Ishowspeed is money long money that could take care of you, ordinary person's bills. And I understand why now.